1 Southwest College Road, State Road 200. Stormy's Free Talk begins at 2 p.m. on Saturday, March 12th, and Stormy will be our guest right here at 11:05 a.m. on Friday the 11th to give us a preview. So be sure to listen.
Ocala's information station, 1370 WOCA. Ocala.
All right, 7 minutes after 11 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in this Tuesday morning. All right, imagine this. And this might even apply to you, so maybe you don't have to imagine it, but imagine it anyway. Imagine you're a young person, a child, right? And you're in your kindergarten class, and you've got the crayons, and the pictures you do are just a little bit better than the other kids. And the adults, they tell you so. They say, you know, you're pretty good with this art thing, right? Mm-hmm. And then as you get older, that never leaves you. You're the kid in the third grade, and your artwork wins like this contest or something. And then people start saying, you know what? You should do this for a living. Well, now the stakes are really even greater, right? Now you're in college or upper grades of high school, and you say, oh my gosh, people are expecting so much of me. How do I do this? How do I take this thing that I can do and make a living with it? Well, it's not always easy. And how do I know this? Because so many of our guests have those kinds of stories, whether the skill and talent is in singing or in music production or in film production or in art or photography. They all have a similar story that they've had this talent, and taking it from doing it to earning a living with it is always a challenge. How do you do this, you know? So one of the things that I think we've discovered, and this is for all of you artists and all of you writers, especially science fiction writers, is the Illustrators of the Future contest. We've been talking about it for some time now. We kind of became friends with some of the folks out there in California who do this. And the thing that really impressed me about the Writers of the Future contest, it's the L. Ron Hubbard Presents Writers of the Future contest. They produce a book every year, or maybe more than once a year. I'm not really sure. But it's free. It costs you nothing to enter. And when you start to impress the judges who are on the receiving end of these entries, whether it's the artwork or the writing, you get feedback. And that feedback, even if you don't get, it's put into the book is what I want to say. You get feedback that makes you better if you're paying attention to it, if you're smart. We have somebody on the phone right now who must have related to some of what I just said. Killian McKeown, I hope I'm saying his name right. He's going to correct me in a second. He's an award-winning illustrator. We looked at some of his work. It's unbelievable. He's a press photographer. He has photographed events such as Phoenix Fashion Week, Comic-Con International, the Harlem Globetrotters, the Laughlin International Film Festival. He's a graphic designer, a videographer. He created for Lucky Strike Bowling, Salute the Troops 5K, Java Magazine, and he's the founder of Vision Images, and he's one of the Illustrators of the Future quarterly award winners for Volume 32 to be released in May, it says here, right?
Yep.
And I think next month in April, he's going out to California. I wonder where he is. Let's find out right now. Killian, good morning, sir. How are you?
Good morning. How are you?
I'm okay. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from downtown Phoenix in Arizona.
Phoenix. Oh, so you're not too far from Hollywood, but have you ever been to Hollywood?
Yeah. I've had a couple trips out there over the years.
Oh, good. So you're familiar with the area?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, I've been a filmmaker for a number of years, so I've had a couple trips out there for sure.
So it's interesting that your talent has evolved to the point where you're not just doing artwork, but you're doing photography and films.
Yeah, I mean, from when I was a kid, I always started with drawing and all that kind of stuff. And actually, as I was growing up, my dad was a photographer. And kind of crazy enough, when he passed away about 10 years ago, and I kind of picked up the mantle and shortly fell into film and illustration, all that kind of stuff. I've always been a big sci-fi geek since I was a kid growing up. So.
Oh, my goodness. Now, do you have a specific story that you did an illustration for that earned you the prize?
Over the years, I think I've been submitting. I've submitted 3 times, and I think this been over like a 6-year span, and I've actually been a finalist twice before, and I just kept pushing. They kept just kind of saying, hey, like, if you just keep doing your thing, keep pushing, like, eventually you'll win.
And you did.
Yeah, just kind of like keep that determination to be like, hey, and maybe I'm not good enough now, but if I keep hammering it out, eventually I'll make it.
Do you look at your old stuff and see what they saw?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like anytime you look at your old work, and I'm always constantly looking at other people's work as well. I always feel like trying to.
Robin gave me some of the illustrations, and this is a young lady with horns. But it's not the first place my eye went to, though.
I bet not.
Yeah, that's my good friend Martha. She's a very talented model out here in Phoenix.
So is that a photograph, or is that a mixture of things?
She actually has a friend of hers who's a designer, actually designs that makes those actual horns. They actually have like kind of a plastic little thing that go around your hair, so you can't see it like fit into your head.
Oh, really? But I mean, the background looks very sci-fi-y. Did you paint that?
Yeah, so I would like to add a little depth, like not always trying to overdo it, trying to make it feel as much as real as possible, but stretching the kind of reality. So I have a giant planet off into the distance.
Yeah.
And I actually shot that at Papago Park, which is almost in Scottsdale. These really beautiful, like small little mountain range where they have like a lot of holes.
Oh, okay.
Sandstone.
And the young man with the sword, what is that? What's the story behind that picture? Which one of these was the winner, by the way?
Sorry?
Which one? The pictures that Robin has given me to look at, I'm just asking which one was the winning submission?
It was kind of like a 3. They kind of have it so that you want to have 3 pictures that kind of relate with each other.
Oh, okay. I see.
So I had the one we just talked about with Martha. I also have one of my buddy Michael, who's the one on the platform where he's got the laser shooting out and the spaceship in the background.
That's cool. Yeah, how many people would love to have a picture of themselves in one of these kind of scenes? Wow, this could be a whole business for you. Not that you want to do this. I'm thinking the creative gene within you wants to do stories and movies and et cetera, correct?
Well, yeah, and that's why I've always been a big movie buff and stuff, and I work with a lot. Just being a filmmaker myself, I've kind of grown and gotten to meet some of those people. So as far as the one with the robotic arm, in that case, I actually did that. I was actually hired to create that for a movie. A group of friends of mine were trying to get a movie picked up called Tribes. They were working with actually trying to get Paramount and DreamWorks and stuff involved, and it was going to be this apocalyptic future where people
that is cool.
Onto this planet where it's like a prison planet where there's like no actual plant life or food that they can eat on the planet, so everybody's like cannibalistic and there's different tribes and stuff. And that character there with the robotic arm in the forefront is a scavenger who ends up meeting this other character and gets in a bunch of trouble.
Oh, gosh. Killian, we need to take a break. Correct my pronunciation of your last name before we come back. What is your last name?
McKeown.
Oh, I had it right. I think I had it right, Robin.
You did good.
Killian
You did good.
McKeown.
Excellent.
Okay, Killian McKeown, when we come back, we'll continue our conversation. I want to find out what your plans are and how we can look at your work. I went to your website, what was it? It was like a model or something, a model website. You could be a model, by the way. You're a good-looking guy. Hold on one second, Killian. We'll be right back, and you're listening to WOCA Ocala.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. There is a high risk of rip currents at the beaches throughout the midweek period. Tuesday will be nice with sunshine and some clouds and a gusty breeze along the coast, the high 77 to 81. Partly cloudy Tuesday night, lows ranging from the mid and upper 50s inland to about the mid-60s along the coast. Wednesday and Thursday, times of clouds and sun and breezy. The high Wednesday 80 to 84, Thursday's high 82 to 86. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Joe Lundberg.
Are you wasting hundreds or thousands of dollars on termite retreat fees? If you're not with Turner Pest Control, you probably are. Turner Pest Control offers the industry's only termite and pest control package that never charges retreat fees, ever. You can get started today for only $99. This is a value of $500 or more. This includes treatments, installation of monitoring stations, quarterly pest control, and a lifetime guarantee, all for an unbelievable low $99. Even if you have another pest control provider, visit turnerpest.com to find out how you can avoid paying those high termite retreat fees.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line, and a new spoiler, and a new trunk.
Yep, we can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too.
Well, as a matter of fact, join me, Matt Gibbs from Sunrise Automotive, every Tuesday at 10 for auto repair with personal care right here on The Source.
Ocala's Got Talent, happening in May, but if you want to get in on the running, you need to apply. The dates are March 12th, 19th, and 26th from 10 to 6 p.m. each day, and the location is at Mojo's on Southwest 17th Street. Do you have what it takes to shine and stand out in what you do? Well, there's only one first place winner for Ocala's Got Talent, and it could be you. Audition fee is just $25, and spectator fee is $5. This helps the Heart of Florida Youth Ranch. Questions, call 352-595-7100.
Hi, I'm Leah Caruso with Strive Rehabilitation, inviting you to join me Thursday at 11 a.m. for Health Matters. Ocala Health and Strive have teamed up to bring you the latest information on good health services available to you right here at home. This vital information will help you make informed decisions about your health. So don't forget to join me here at 11 a.m. Thursday. It's news you can use from Ocala Health, Strive, and your friends here at WOCA.
All right, thank you. 18 minutes after 11 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in on the phone. Killian McKeown out in Arizona, right? He's in Arizona, right?
In Phoenix.
And he is one of the Illustrators of the Future Quarterly Award winners for Volume 32 of the Writers and Illustrators of the Future Award. I always get the name of that book. Let me look it up. The L. Ron Hubbard Presents Writers of the Future, Volume 32. Let me see. I was given some history on this book. So in 1982, L. Ron Hubbard released a science fiction novel titled Battlefield Earth. Okay? And then that was written in celebration of 50 years as a professional writer. L. Ron Hubbard, as you know, wrote all those, what did they call them again? Pulp fiction books?
Yes.
Right? He created the Writers of the Future Writing Contest in '83 to provide a means for aspiring writers of speculative fiction to get that needed break. Due to the success of that, the Companion Illustrators of the Future contest was created in '88, and the rest is history. The intensive mentoring process has proven successful. The 368 past winners of the writing contest have published 838 novels, nearly 4,000 stories. They've produced 27 New York Times bestsellers. Their works have sold over 50 million copies. And the Illustrators contest, which Killian is part of, has had 298 past winners, produced over 4,500 illustrations, 356 comic books, my goodness, 594 books and albums with their art, and visually contributed to 36 TV shows and 46 major movies. Killian, you know where art used to really show itself in our day was album covers. We don't have the big 12-inch by 12-inch album covers anymore, but they were great places for artwork to shine. Are you still there, Killian? He's gone.
Oh, I guess he's gone.
He must have thought we were done.
Oh, no, I told him we weren't done.
I don't think he understood you.
You want me to get him back?
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind getting back. But anyway, so Killian was on the phone just a second ago. All right, let me turn that off. Just tell me when it sounds like it's going through. Is it going through? Oh, there we go. All right. Just keep it on. Anyway, the Writers of the Future Award, if you're interested, if you're an illustrator or an author and you want to find out more about this.
You have reached the voicemail box of 60.
Communication doesn't work sometimes. Killian, this is Larry at WOC. We didn't mean to end the conversation. We wanted to get back to you. So, I don't know if should I tell him the number? No, I can't do that on the air, right?
I'll call him
Okay.
back.
All right, Robin will call you back. Anyway, so we'll take a little break. You know what today is? It's International Women's Day. So we'll talk about inventions that women have contributed to our world. We had that segment planned anyway. So we'll do that after we come back. You're listening to The Source, WOCA Ocala.
best in quality is Captain T's Upholstery.
Hey, this is Dan. Let me ask you a few questions. Does your boat look better with the cover on? Has your car's interior seen its better days? Stop using a towel to cover up those rips in the golf cart. Isn't it about time you had it restored to better than new with a custom upholstery from Captain T? Captain T's Upholstery has been right here in Ocala for nearly 20 years, so they know how to make your ride one of a kind. Whether you want to take that classic ride back to a factory look or put your favorite sports team front and center, Captain T's Upholstery is who to call. 352-369-1810. That's 352-369-1810. Or stop by their location, 5030 South Pine Avenue in Ocala, just past the drive-in. And of course, don't forget to visit them on the web, CaptainTUpholstery.com.
The very best in quality is Captain T's Upholstery.
All right, let's get back to, one of the things we were talking to a science fiction illustrator and science fiction writers, and a lot of the one word that jumped out at me in the description of what they do was the word, let's see, it was talking about anyway, it was implying that a writer of science fiction, it can't just be like crazy, wacky science fiction. It has to be something that looks like it could be actually true, right, in the future,
Right,
like the flip phone or some of the things that we've seen in science fiction that have come to be real, right? They have produced, speculative fiction. That's what they call speculative fiction.
Oh, okay.
So it's speculative. They speculate that some of these things could be real. Well, almost everything that we have around us was at one time a thought by somebody. We call them inventions.
That's
this
right.
microphone, this computer, even the glass window. You think about it, right? So a lot of times we celebrate our inventors, and if you didn't realize it, a lot of the things that we use on a daily basis that we take for granted were invented by women. So on this International Women's Day, I wanted to tell you some of those things.
Okay.
The first car heater, which directed air over the engine to warm the chilly toes of 19th century motorists, was invented by Margaret A. Wilcox, 1983.
Wow, cool.
How about that?
That's pretty
She
neat.
also invented, by the way, a combined clothing and dishwasher, which someone needs to build because we don't have one yet.
No, I would hate to wash clothes in the same thing that I'd wash dishes in. Ugh, disgusting.
The board game Monopoly was invented by a woman. Did you know this?
I didn't know that.
One of the most famous board games of all time, responsible for many hours of fun with the family, and was invented by Elizabeth Maggie in 1904 under the original name The Landlord's Game.
Oh, okay.
Maggie's game was a critique of the injustices of unchecked capitalism, making it all the more ironic when her game was completely ripped off by Charles Darrow 30 years later.
Oh, my gosh.
Who sold it to Parker Brothers. The firm eventually tracked down Maggie and paid her $500.
Oh, my gosh.
$500 is all she got for that.
Oh, gee, that must have been a huge sum at that time.
The fire escape was invented by a woman.
Really?
Yes.
That is cool.
Fire escape that you're familiar with outside most buildings in big cities, vital to both public safety and to the smoking habits of urban hipsters because they would go out on their. And it was a great place to go out. It was like a porch, a poor man's porch.
Yeah, right.
Or
We
balcony.
have some still in Ocala.
Poor man's balcony. Yeah, we sure do.
We sure do.
It was invented by Anna Connolly in 1887.
Cool.
The life raft was invented by a woman.
Really?
One day in 1882, Maria Beasley looked out at the sea and said people should stop dying in huge transportation disasters, and she invented the life raft.
Oh, good for her.
She even invented a machine for making barrels, and that is what made her a lot of money.
Wow.
Residential solar heating was invented by a woman.
Gosh.
Physicist and solar power pioneer Dr. Maria Telkis teamed up with an equally talented lady, the architect Eleanor Raymond, to build the first home entirely heated by solar power in 1947.
Gosh.
1947.
Wow. So that was squashed by the by the oil and gas conglomerates then.
The medical syringe was invented in 1899 by Letitia Gear. She invented a medical syringe that could be operated with only one hand. There you go.
Cool.
1899. The modern electric refrigerator was invented by a woman. Her name is Marie Van Britten Brown.
Mm-hmm.
Her system for closed circuit. Wait a minute. I got the wrong thing. Hold on. That's not who invented. She invented.
Oh, okay.
That lady invented closed captioning. I think I got my pages mixed up.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Which is the one? Oh, here it is. The refrigerator.
Electric
Okay.
refrigerator.
Florence Parpart invented the modern electric refrigerator in 1914. In 1900, Parpart also received a patent for a vastly improved street cleaning machine, which she marketed and sold to cities across America.
Nice.
There you go. The ice cream maker was invented by a woman. Nancy Johnson is her name. She invented the ice cream freezer in 1843, patented a design which is still used to the current day, even after the advent of the electric ice cream maker.
Nice.
The computer algorithm was invented by Ada Lovelace, whose father was Lord Byron. She was encouraged by her scientist mother from a young age to become a champion of mathematics. Lovelace worked with Charles Babbage at the University of London on his plans for the analytic engine,
Cool.
which is basically the beginning of a computer, to develop ways to program the machine with mathematical algorithms essential for making her the first computer programmer.
Nice.
Basically the first computer programmer.
Nice.
All right. The telecommunications technology. Let's see. The theoretical physicist Dr. Shirley Jackson was the first black woman to receive a PhD from MIT. In 1973, while working at Bell Laboratories, she conducted breakthrough basic scientific research that enabled others to invent the portable fax, touch-tone telephone, solar cells, fiber optic cables, and the technology behind the caller ID and call waiting
Wow.
stuff.
Cool.
The dishwasher was invented by Marie Van Britten Brown. Wait, that's not right either.
Okay.
I'm throwing her name in all these things. Okay. Of the dishwasher. Here's the dishwasher lady. This was invented by Josephine Cochran in 1887.
Gosh.
She marketed the invention to hotel owners, the dishwasher. How about that?
Cool. 1887.
The wireless transmission technology. Hedy Lamar's invention of a secret communication system during World War II for radio controlling torpedoes, employing frequency hopping technology, laid the technology foundations for everything from Wi-Fi to GPS.
Yeah, she's amazing.
Also
Hedy
happened to be a
Lamarr.
famous movie star.
Yeah, she's amazing.
So there you go. Some women inventors on this International Women's Day.
Cool.
We'll be right back. Fun with Joe coming up in just a little bit.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. Republicans voting today in Hawaii, Mississippi, Idaho, and the biggest prize of all, Michigan, where Donald Trump's in the lead, battling for second place. Ted